Welcome to Running Breakdown. My name is David. I am a sub 3 hour marathoner, and this is the New Balance Fuelcell RC running competition. It's a 180 gram or 7-ounce shoe for the marathon basically, although you can use it due to its weight for faster races. I would actually prefer this personally for a 10k or half marathon as opposed to a full marathon, but I'll go into that in a few minutes as to why. Let's start with the upper. Very breathable upper, has no issues there with breathability, lots of perforations. It felt a little bit a hair sort of short and a hair narrow, so it's got an average to narrow fit, and it's like a quarter size short personally, I found. The heel collar, just these overlays, keeps the heel pretty well in there. Didn't have any heel slippage, just enough padding here around the heel collar to make it comfortable. No irritation with the tongue at all. In fact, it was a very nice tongue. I would have liked it to have been cinched to the sides to sort of make it like a vamp, but unfortunately they didn't do that. But it didn't slip, so you can't knock it too many points for that. Laces, no issue, stretched just enough, and didn't untie or anything during any runs. So yeah, that's the upper. Very good upper, other than the fact it's a hair short and a hair narrow, but it's a race shoe, so you know, so many of these companies, they seem to think our feet in a marathon are tiny when actually they expand. So let's go on to the midsole. This was very delayed, this shoe, which makes me think they went away. Heard some of the comments they got from the TC version, the training competition version, and really lightened this out. It's a lot lighter than the training competition version. It's a lot more springy, even more cushioned even. Than the original version that came out, the training version. So I'm very impressed with the midsole. Bit disappointed that's a 10mm drop. It didn't feel like a 10mm drop, but yeah, a lot of shoes now are trying to go down to 8, even 4mm drops from heel to toe, just to help you guide you onto that midfoot, forefoot a little bit more, as opposed to the heel striking that can happen in a higher heel drop shoe. So yeah, no issues with cushion. The pop was there, definitely felt very Zoom X, felt like that from Nike. Felt a lot like Zoom X personally. A slightly more stable version than that, but still very propulsive, slightly unstable properties to a midsole. So yeah, very good. The one thing I will say is the last on the shoe is very narrow. I'll go into that a little bit more in a second, but let's look at the outsole. A very good outsole, very grippy, in fact the most grippy of all the marathon racing shoes from any company, personally. It's got some issues with that as well though. It does pick up stones. It will possibly damage on rockier trails or compact tracks and things like that, where you get stones and things. So this is purely a road shoe. I wouldn't use this in parks. I wouldn't use this where the ground is not asphalt or some kind of concrete, you know. That's just what this shoe is for. It's not for anything else. I think it could be durable if you kept it to the road. Definitely. I don't see these pods breaking down very quickly at all. I'd actually worry about the midsole losing the pop before the outsole breaks down. So let's go through what I did. So I did a 10k. I did multiple ways of landing my foot. So I had heel striked, a mid striked, a forefoot striked, and I had differing results as to how I striked in this shoe. If you heel strike in this shoe, it pulls you into the medial side and you lose stability very quickly, and and you end up running through this side and then towing off. Unfortunately, this shoe is not very good at that, so it does like to pull you in on your medial side, which can cause a bit of issues with your ankle later on in a race. So first of all, this shoe is not designed for heel strikers. It is designed, however, for midfoot strikers and forefoot strikers. So it's going to come down. If you midfoot strike, you're going to land here on the outside edge. At least that's what I do when I'm running fast. I will land on this lateral side. It will pull you in, and you'll toe off here. So it naturally pulls you in to your power point up here, and off you go. You'll load up the carbon plate, and off you go. This shoe is definitely designed for midfoot, forefoot strikers. Stay away from it if you're a heel striker. It will pull you in. You could potentially do your ankle in halfway through the race. It's just not designed for you, which is disappointing for a 10mm drop, because you'd expect that with all the cushion it has to help a rearward striker, but no. It will just make it so unstable that you will hurt yourself during a race. So yeah, that's the Fuelcell TC. Couple of issues there. Outsole picks up grit and dirt, can get damaged if you use it on any surface other than a road race. The upper is a little bit short, tiniest bit narrow, but very breathable, very nicely fitting if you have a narrow foot. And the heel, very unstable if you're a heel striker. All right, my name's David. This is Running Breakdown. Thank you so much for watching, and don't forget to subscribe, like, and tap the bell for more notifications in the future. Thank you.